News Channel 11 wanted to know what proper protocol is in place for rape cases and what that looks like.
Yeah, Kate Nemrich spoke with advocates about the process. Kate?
Well, Sarah, Josh, sexual assault victim advocates say there are specific procedures and protocol in place for treatment of a sexual assault victim and collection of rape kits. Advocates say the protocol starts with the moment the victim asks for that exam.
If they walk into a hospital, ideally the hospital would reach out to the advocate immediately, and the advocate would respond to make sure that the victim knows their rights, that they know that they can request a hold kit and not have to interact with law enforcement.
Advocates say victims should immediately be placed in a private room, not kept in a public waiting area.
Sitting in a waiting room with strangers or potentially people they might recognize who could then come up to them and say, "Why are you here? What brought you to the emergency department?" And to have to tell that story is incredibly re-traumatizing.
I've been with many victims who, due to space or other issues, they've been put in the waiting room and they are constantly looking at the door, worried that the perpetrator is going to walk in.
That first step is one of many to make sure the process of treating the victim and collecting the rape kit does not create more trauma. Then the patient will be seen by a sexual assault nurse examiner, or SANE, who is trained in proper collection of evidence. Exams don't need to happen at a hospital. Branch House has SANEs on call.
When they're called, they need to be able to respond within an hour. We are a private facility. There's no waiting room. They will immediately be met with an advocate and a SANE.
They have been trained for evidence collection, forensic evidence collection, trauma-informed. They're going to show up and know, what trauma does to the brain and why this victim might not be able to tell you everything that's just happened to them.
That process includes getting the victim's medical history, a narrative of the attack, a head-to-toe exam, collection of evidence including swabs and clothing, and photographs of related injuries, evidence that could later be used in a trial.
We know that if a victim, if their very first interaction after reporting a sexual assault is a positive one, they're more likely to follow up, to prosecute, and it lowers recantation.
Hendricks compiled a list of resources for sexual assault survivors, law enforcement, and medical professionals where they can review their rights and proper procedures. I've linked to those sources right now on WJHL.com.